Hey guys, you're watching Explore the Weird. If you're into creepy and weird, make sure you smoke that like button. Today's videos were all submitted by my wife, so I believe there's 7 of them. Let's go through them.
Earth's flat. It's not completely flat. It's an electromagnetic bandwidth of information. So everything operates as electromagnetism as radio frequency. So there's a set bandwidth of information that this experience that we're having now operates on.
So what are we talking? Is it a square? Is it a rectangle?
It doesn't exist objectively. It is you. It's like it's being projected. It's, you know what I mean? Like it's a holographic construct that builds itself as we interact with it. It's a divine being of sorts, like an organism. So heaven, headven, hell is the heel, and then earth and heart are anagrams of each other. The heart chakra is green, and the trees and the grass and everything's green. The throat chakra is blue and the sky is blue. Your body is made of a bunch of cells, lymphatic fluid and blood, yeah? Cells are selves. The lymphatic fluid is the ocean, and the oil is the blood. The mycelium's the nervous system, and then the vegetation is the lungs. Man is the measure of the universe, and the hue man, when you look on the television, you've got hue and saturation. Saturation is the richness of color, and then hue is the tonality of red to ultraviolet, yeah? So hue is the light spectrum. Man is manifestation. So the hue man is the manifestation of the light spectrum. And we're electromagnetic, holographic beings, that multi-dimensional beings.
What the heck? Alright, there was a lot of word plays, like especially earth and heart being anagrams, like a bunch of that type of stuff. I love that. I really like the way that this gentleman expressed his way of envisioning the potential flat earth, or without saying any shapes or anything. Yeah, frequency and the way you look at it, that's so different. I haven't thought about it in that way. I like that. I like this a lot.
A Harvard study in 1957 by Dr. Kurt Richter placed rats in a pool to test how long they could tread water. On average, due to exhaustion, they would sink and drown after 15 minutes. However, right before they gave up due to exhaustion, the researchers would pluck them out, dry them off, let them rest for a few minutes, and put them back in for round 2. On this second try, how long do you think they lasted? Remember, they had just swam until failure only a few short minutes ago. How long do you think? Another 15 minutes? 10 minutes? 5 minutes? No. You are all wrong. 60 hours. That's right. 60 hours of swimming, which is 2.5 days. The conclusion drawn was that since the rats believed that they would eventually be rescued, and so they could push their bodies way past what they previously thought impossible. I will leave you with this thought. If an unstoppable belief can cause exhausted rats to swim for that long, what could a belief in yourself do? How capable could you be? Remember this. Remember why you're here. Keep swimming and never ever quit. A Harvard study...
Bro, that is vicious. Those guys did those rats dirty, bro. Oh my god. But like, is this real? Is this, I need to go like actually find out. Does you guys know? Is this a real study? Let me know in the comments down below. But definitely some animal cruelty here. So trigger warning, I guess it's too late. But regardless, apologize. Yeah, that is crazy. 60 hours. 20 minutes to 60 hours. That is wild. That is literally wild. Oh my god. And if that's just a little rat, imagine how much we can do with the little hope that, you know. But then again, what if this is like addiction's way? Oh man, Teddy, I had it for a little bit. Yeah, let me just do a few more hours. I'll get it. No. Oh man, I can see both the positives and the negatives. All right, well, this is an interesting study. Thanks.
Created something called the robo-rat. That was the first biohybrid. So a biohybrid is when you mix animal and a machine. And people freaked out. They were like, you cannot put brain chips in rats and make them move through a maze by a remote control, which is what they were doing. They now have pigeons that are mixed. They created something called, there's a moth. So there's a Mandica sexta moth. That's what it's called. It's a large moth. And scientists put brain chips into the larva so that when it cocooned and became a flying moth, it had the chip built into its system, making it easier to integrate, and they could fly the moth around the lab. And that was a huge step, and this is now 4 years ago that I was interviewing these scientists. Created.
That is wild. That's like biomedical engineering and the true integration. I feel like we're one step closer to singularity. I would love if I could somehow integrate something of... I'm sorry, now we're going to Terminator mode. Let's stop. But I really would. I love singularity. I love the concept of singularity. I love the concept of going on through any form, even if it's not like your biological form, as long as you have your imprint in some way, shape, or form. You know, your brain can actually be digitized. It's been done, but we need so much storage in order to store your entire brain. That's the problem. Regardless, I do believe this. I can totally see this. I can totally see what this lady's saying. They probably do have these animals. How else are they getting all that spy intelligence stuff, bros? They got the insects going. It makes sense. That's what makes sense. Oh, man.
Mermaids, yes or no?
Longer answer than you may think.
Okay, darn.
There have been some genetic creations that would be similar to that in Atlantean times that may have given rise to some of those legends. In terms of them existing physically as a species on your Earth, no, but they are part of the nature world that again is a slightly altered, shifted vibrational reality to yours that sometimes overlaps in your reality, and therefore sometimes people who are sensitive to it can sometimes perceive those kinds of beings, but they don't exist in your normal physical reality.
All right. Dragons?
Similar idea. Again, they are beings that are of a higher dimensional level that you can interact with, but they exist between the planes of dimensions. They are never presenting themselves in your physical reality as the dragon that you think they do. They look quite different when they come into your reality. But the idea is that you perceive them in the way that you do when they're in their own natural state in between the dimensions. But they are higher levels of wisdom.
Megalodon.
Well, that exists. It's a giant shark.
Does it exist right now?
Several do.
Yes!
In the very depths of your oceans.
Awesome.
And a few other things you haven't found yet.
Oh, cool. Way cool. How about Hollow Earth?
No, not physically.
Okay.
Again, people that may have, without intending to, crossed through different dimensions.
Mermaids, yes or no?
I'm so like, I see the guys, I like this, like, I don't even know what that position is. Is that like a sign or something? Dang. So he talked about mermaids as the first thing, and really, you know, the way that he I'm not even sure who this person is, but let me know if you know what's actually going on here. But like the take is interesting that they're just on different potential dimensions and they can hop over you know, forwards and backwards, I guess, between these dimensions, and it's how we perceive them only if we can be in tune with them, if that makes sense. That's interesting, I guess. I've never thought about it like that, but I'm not a true mermaid believer. I haven't seen it. I just need to see proof. Like, show me the proof. But the dragons thing, it's the same way, he says. And, you know, dragons and even mermaids have been in some scripts before, so someone had to see them in order to draw them, right? Or did it just come up through their imagination? But like, who's perceiving dragons and mermaids? Like, I mean, I guess, yeah, you see a fish, you see a human, hey, let's put it together there. You see a cat, you see a dog, cat dog. Megalodon, yeah, I guess we haven't searched our oceans enough, so we have no idea about the Megalodon. And Hollow Earth, I guess, in a different way, but not really. Maybe there's different Earth dimensions. Who knows? Interesting.
You remember Salvia? It is one of the most mind-blowing psychedelics known to man.
For 10 minutes, yeah.
It's fucking unbelievably powerful. Ari Shaffir did some on a podcast, and he lived an alternative life for 3 months. He had a family, he had jobs, he had friends, and then all of a sudden, he came back to reality. He just went into this place and lived another life. He came out of it, and he said that while he was out for 10 minutes, he lived like 3 months in a different world.
Jesus Christ. And then you have to wonder if that's the real one and this is the fake one.
Ah! You remember Salvia?
Oh my God, Salvia be like that. Salvia be like that. Your boy Teddy back in the olden days when it was like, it's legal, bro. It's available everywhere. And you know, it was college. It was a whole different time. But I've experimented on that, and let me tell you, I've had a few friends that hey, had to go see a doctor. Didn't have a good trip. They literally felt like they were time locked. Had like an entire, actually said it, like an entire experience, and then they came back out of it and it was something that messed with them. For me, you know, it wasn't as bad, but it's still I can totally see this. What was the other one? Even like morning glory or something, I forget the other one. Regardless, there were a few of these types that were like legal that I tried just to see back in the day. But dude, that is scary. Imagine having an entire lifetime, or 3 months, but like something like that, depending on, you know, what your dosage is. That is wild. Nah, that scares me. That's even possible, because like, what if I'm on that right now and I have no idea? Teddy, I'm about to wake up and be like, no, you never had this. There was no goon gang. And imagine the other Teddy that's finally out of the trip. Come on, man. Oh my God, that would mess with me so hard if I just, boom, woke up and it was like, it was a Salvia trip the entire time, Teddy. Holy crap. Okay, we gonna keep it going.
You know what the darkest conspiracy theory about aliens is?
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
That Earth is essentially a farm, and human beings are the vessels that contain souls, and they want us because this is how they create souls. And so they're farming us. They've created us. Mm-hmm. So we started off as primates, and through some sort of genetic intervention, I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying that this is like top of the food chain, put your tinfoil hat on super tight, that they farm us. And that the whole reason why human beings are involved in this conflict, constant conflict, it's all of it is to increase our competition with each other, increase our ability to control resources, which will increase our technology, which will ultimately lead to us creating this being that we're going to create, this artificially intelligent super god. You know what the darkest
What? So we created the alien? Or the AI has ascended. The AI has ascended, Teddy. Oh my God, that is wild. But I guess it's basically a whole Skynet thing. Yo, the Terminator thing could happen on top of that, aliens, Teddy. Imagine, Teddy. Just imagine. Oh my God. All right.
I don't know how else to say this to you people at home. These are the last years of freedom. We're going to have electric cars, which will be zone controlled, which will turn off if you go into the wrong zone. We're going to have money, which they control completely and absolutely, CBDCs, which they can freeze any moment or only allow you to spend it on certain things. This is the beginning of the absolute end. We're entering complete tyranny and slavery. Nobody seems to give a shit. And you're all just sitting there going, yeah, well, I don't have time. I'm just going to play video games. Like, you're just walking into slavery, just waiting to die. I don't know how else to say this to you people at home.
That is wild. That is an interesting take. I'm a big person in crypto where I looked at CBDCs and have done that investigative work, and I can totally see if a government does implement a CBDC system, which some governments have, they do have abilities to potentially stop or pause transactions and potentially give you incentives for purchasing other or doing transactions with certain vendors versus others. So yeah, Andrew Tate definitely hits on some interesting points here. I definitely have listened to Andrew Tate before. He's an interesting guy, and I like the things that he sometimes comes up with, but there's also another side of Andrew Tate that I'm not too familiar with, and you know, we'll see what ends up happening with that. Regardless,
I need to talk about one of the worst accidents that ever happened on a horror film set, because I don't really see this moment talked about much. So this accident happened on the set of The Exorcist, which is already a movie that plenty of people think was cursed, hence why I did a whole episode about it. But in the movie, Linda Blair plays this little girl named Reagan who was possessed by a demon. And the way that the film shows you that she's possessed are by these contraptions that they built for her. This is one that makes her levitate, But there was also this one that made her thrash around. To use this device, Linda had to be sewn into a plank, that way her back was supported while it was thrashing around. And mind you, the people controlling this device were adult men, and Linda was a child. So during one take, Linda actually became untethered from this device, meaning that her back was no longer supported. And you can see it in this take, but watch as she starts crying after the director calls cut. That's because Linda had just broken her spine. The director and the other adults in the room all thought that she was acting up a storm when in fact her screams and cries were from her spine being fractured. Anyways, that's only one of the many wild things that happened on this set, so check out the episode for more.
That is wild. That is wild. I had no idea. A big fan of the Exorcist movies, and I think there's a new one too, right? So, man, that must have been painful. That must have been real painful, guys. Oh, she really suffered.
Oh no. No, silly. To try it. But it exploded. And they were both found dead. She must have been out of her head.
I'm so confused. Why is this even made like this? Who designed this? Who was the engineer that came up with this chair? Wait, it says read below. How do you read below? What the heck? Oh wait, it actually says something. Wait, right here. Okay. Took a deeper dive into the symbolism of chairs, and hand in hand with today's rigid societal standards, the chair's backrest is exaggeratedly curved. Okay. Built to be usable but extremely uncomfortable to sit in to do regular activities related to a school setting. Okay. This was designed to convey the lack of comfort one can feel at work or in society. Dude, this is horrible. Why would anyone design this? Why would you make this? Why would anyone? I guess it's symbolism, but I don't get it. This just don't make sense to me. He wasn't scared. He just never saw it. It was never in his vision. That was the bravest kid ever, bro. There was nothing to be scared about. Oh my god. He's gonna have nightmares. He's gonna have freaking nightmares.
This skinwalker is trying to imitate an animal. See how it has a horse's body but a dog's face? It didn't know exactly what the animal looked like.
Have I seen this one before? Skinwalker? A dog body? Animal body? I don't even know. This just looked like a regular, dog. I'm not sure here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Is this just a dog or is this a skinwalker? I feel like it's just a dog. Don't even look like a cow, actually.
Remember the Pixar intro animation.
I did not enjoy any of that. That was really weird. And it's just like the hippo one, it was just too real, It's like, dude, At first it was believable, and then I saw it's like, it's CGI. But then this is just like, what is this creature? What is this even supposed to be? How did someone come up with this? And then the skeleton taking over the entire city there was an interesting concept. But yeah, nope, none of these. Don't want any of these to happen to anybody. Stay strong out there, goons.
Why you should never bite your nails.
I bite my nails. It's like, what else? What else can I do? It just feels right. But this ain't gonna make me change. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fine. There's like bed bugs and all this other stuff. It's fine. It's fine. You tell yourself it's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine, Teddy. Just keep it going, Teddy.
He just came at me. Oh my god. I don't know what that was. He's coming at me. You guys, he's coming at me this time. Get away. Leave me alone. Kenzie? Kenzie? What are you doing? Get away. Kenzie, come with me. Why were you dancing with that clown? Oh my god. Caleb. We can't get in there. Come here, come here. Caleb, come here. Come on. What the heck?
These clowns are freaking idiots, bro. In the United States, doing this stuff will get you shot immediately. An innocent bystander witnesses it, doesn't realize it's a skit, doesn't know what's going on. Boom, you getting shot. I feel like these guys are freaking idiots. But yeah, this is horrible that Ohio keeps suffering through these clowns terrorizing their communities and stuff. That's wild. And Ohio be big. I've been there. Columbus, Ohio. Quite interesting.
Yeah, so I woke up to this morning. Pretty sure that's a no. Start.
No, I've seen that. Yeah, that actually made it more enjoyable. What was that? Was that like a cryptid or something? That was interesting. But it like made it more enjoyable. Yeah, like changed like the vibe of the video, you know? It was different. Interesting. What was that though? Was that a cryptid? Cryptid? Whoa, be careful what you say, Teddy. You want to get shot now. Yeah, so it's hard to see. Stay safe out there, boys. Just stay safe out there. All right, guys, that is what I had for today. If you guys are into creepy, weird, paranormal, scary, strange, whatever category that is out there, please consider joining the Ganja Goons gang by hitting that subscribe. The best way to support the channel is to become a member. I will catch you guys next time. Stay safe. And by the way, submit a video down below. I really like to get some from the community here. All right, goodbye.